do. So we'll talk about Jojit a bit before he starts on social and mobile commerce. Jojit Alcazar is the CEO of Pipe Ventures, a Philippine-based mobile and digital consultancy firm. He is a technopreneur, I like that term, technopreneur, and is set to launch several startups by next year. He headed the mobile marketing group at Smart Communications for close to 4 years. He was also the general manager and vice president of VAS, VAS. Yes, Wolfpack Mobile Incorporated, a 100% owned smart subsidiary focusing on mobile and web applications and platforms. As a recognized expert in the industry, he sat as a board of directors of Mobile Marketing Association, MMA APAC, and the chairman of the MMA Philippine Council. He was likewise a director of the Internet and Mobile Marketing Association of the Philippines for 3 years. His work in mobile marketing gained local and international recognition. Parang you're sleepy with your own resume. Stand up naman dyan. And, of course, he gained international recognition. He was accorded the Mobile Marketing Leadership Award by the CMO Council Asia in 2011. His team, in partnership with Unilever, took home the Best Mobile Advertising Campaign in the 2009 GSMA Mobile Asia Awards. Other awards include IMAP Boomerang Gold Awards. Taray ba? Taray or nagkakwento lang kayo? Makinig kayo, ha? Okay. The Boomerang Gold Awards, MMA Global Awards, and the GSMA Mobile Asia Awards. Prior to Smart, he was the head for content and marketing for Wireless Services Asia. He co-founded Solar Interactive and was part of the pioneer team of Z Philippines as its marketing manager. Other previous posts include being the advertising manager of Nextel Philippines and an account manager with McCann Erickson Philippines. In other words, we can guess how old you are now. I'm just kidding, guys. Round of applause for Jojit Alcazar.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for the introduction. Wow. We didn't know what to write. So just a couple of days ago, I founded that consultancy firm. We didn't know what to write in my resume here. We put Technopreneur kasi hindi naman maganda pag unemployed din nakasulat, di ba? A few reminders. Oh, no. I'm not hosting tonight. I'm actually speaking, no? Not like yesterday when I was hosting for you guys. All right, the topic given to me is social and media and mobile commerce. No, I'm not Partikram, the original speaker, who's supposed to talk to you about this. So the topic is social and mobile commerce. Within the few years that I've been working with Smart, I was handling mobile marketing. I believe the social and mobile commerce topic really fits well into the mobile marketing conference. Why? Because I believe that social and mobile commerce, or mobile commerce per se, will close the loop. It will close the loop in mobile marketing. It will give your campaign the complete solution in terms of closing the loop. You know, last week was one of the most important days in the US. Last week, not last month. It was not the elections. No? Last week was the most important day for retail, right? For retail, it is the biggest day for sales for any outlet in the US. And you call that Black Friday, right? All right, so Black Friday, and for some of you guys, I'm sure some of you shopped online, no? Did you avail of those U.S. courier services who deliver your goods that you shop for and deliver them in the Philippines for you? Yeah, merong nag-plug pa, Johnny Air, Pobox, and the likes. And I believe Globe similarly launched a service as Mr. Koo mentioned earlier. So on Thanksgiving weekend, no, you have all these sales from all retailers, and then it grows exponentially because of word of mouth, because of people really telling everybody there's a sale going on, go here, go there, there's a good deal, there's a $100 60-inch TV in this outlet. And what really happens? So you know how wild people can be, right? to get the best deal, to get the best discount. You know, we're in essence, we're all deal hunters, right? So a data that I got yesterday from one of the speakers, no? I'm sorry if I wasn't able to attribute it. I forgot who told me, but this was from one of the speakers yesterday. No, hindi ko naman sinosotocopy to, pero Black Friday sales this year accounted to 16.26%. I mean, Black Friday sales on mobile, those paying on mobile commerce accounted to 16.26% of 2012 sales. So it's really huge. And you see how wild these people are. So online, that happens as well. Right? We have these deal sites na unahan tayo, the first one to get such a deal will get heavy discounts and everything. There was even one particular example yesterday. I forget in one market with the shoe store. Right? You remember that? Diba? There was a shoe store promoting. You enter the mall and go to a competitive store, and the application will automatically give you a countdown. And when it counts down, all the way up to the time that you reach a store, that's a certain discount that you will get. But it's going down from 199, 88. So those particular people must be pretty fit, no? All right, shopping now. Earlier, I mean, meron pa rin, diba? People still flock to the stores. But really, what we're driving at right now, shopping now is on online shopping, no? Online shopping in the US, in the world, will reach $963 billion by next year. Can you imagine that? $1 trillion. Ang daming zero nun. Diba? This was a data from JP Morgan. And you go to sites like Amazon, you go to eBay, and you go to your favorite niche sites. No? Climb, for example, is a site that I particularly like because they sell athletic equipment, triathlon equipment, and stuff. Golf. And for example, this the guy who I replaced today was supposed to launch Glamster. No? Glamster is an online discount portal for luxury brands. No? And similarly, no? Locally, we have these deal sites, shopping sites, we have the classified sites, which can all be classified into e-commerce as well. You have Sulit, you have Ayostito, and then you have the airlines. You know, the airlines are one of the primary drivers. The travel industry are one of the primary drivers of e-commerce, not just in the Philippines, but globally, right? And hindi ko alam lagay yung ilaw nito. But that one on the left was a little plug for our friend, no? Who's supposed to launch a shopping site, no? Permado.com. And you have the likes of Zalora and Lazada, no? So 1 million users engage in online transactions locally. This was the study done this year, right? But for people to discover the products, there's heavy usage in social media, right? You post it on Facebook. I mean, the retailers post it on Facebook. They post it on Twitter. They have their own Twitter page. You follow them. Pinterest is gaining quite a popularity on online retail as well. And so are the other social networking sites. But what Kartik said, social media has allowed brands and retailers to build huge audiences, definitely. I mean, for you guys, all of you, almost all of the people here on social networks, part of what you do there is follow your friends. But part of what you do really as well is follow the favorite brands, your favorite products. No? But it has been said, no? Facebook, for example, has failed to deliver on the revenues on mobile. Okay? They were having a difficulty in translating their success in online into mobile. Hence, when they IPO'd, right, it did not exponentially grow because of the fact that people are still speculating on how heavily will Facebook play on mobile. No? Experiments. Wala. Okay, experiments in connecting social and commerce haven't fared well for most, right? As of now. But I'm sure everybody, there are a lot of people working on this. But essentially, on social network, the primary driver for retailers to be present here is brand and product discovery. Okay, this is a video called the Mobile Shopping Guide. No?
There's a mobile movement going on. The rise of smartphones is creating smarter consumers, creating more opportunity for smarter marketing. Smartphones are always on, always with us, and always connected. In 1 week, we browsed the internet, used a search engine, watched a video, and connected with our friends, all on our smartphones. But that's info you might already know. Here's some you might not. We're using smartphones almost everywhere, even while consuming other media. Smartphones have become such an important part of our lives that many of us would give up high heels, cable TV, even chocolate, just to keep using them. They're becoming important to our shopping habits too. Smartphones have become the ultimate shopping companion, transforming us into more savvy consumers. 79% use a smartphone to help with shopping. In fact, 70% of us actually use our smartphone while in the store. We use it to find retailers, compare prices, get coupons, read reviews, and check to see if something's in stock. Which leads us to buy. Nearly 3/4 of shoppers made a purchase as a direct result of the info we got from our smartphones, either in-store, online, or on our phone. Our new mobile shopping habits are adding up to big spending across the board. And where do we do most of our shopping? Usually in our own backyards. In fact, finding local information is one of the most popular smartphone activities. We're using our phones to find everything from the nearest pizza place, to movie showtimes, to finding the nearest store that carries the item we're looking for. And 88% of us use that local information and take action within a day, whether to call or visit a local business. Over the past year, mobile search queries have skyrocketed to new heights as we search for everything from product reviews to travel info to random trivia that can help us settle bets with our friends. And while word of mouth or seeing a product in store may lead people to search on smartphones, 71% of us search because we saw an ad, both on traditional media and on our phones, and we're acting on it. 9 out of 10 mobile users have taken action, all thanks to a smartphone search. The simple fact is, mobile ads work. Recall seeing a mobile ad? You're not alone. 82% of us do. Yet 79% of top advertisers don't have a mobile optimized website. It's important to build a good mobile user experience because if we see a mobile ad, we tend to click on the ad, visit the advertiser's site, make a purchase, or call the business. Today we use smartphones to stay connected, to keep us entertained, to search for information on the go, and to make us smarter shoppers. And we're going to be doing a lot more of this, creating more opportunities for marketers to connect with their customers. Don't miss the mobile movement. Mobilize your marketing to reach the new smartphone consumer.
Yun na. Yun na yung presentation ko. No. I'm sorry. What's your takeaway on that video? The Filipino average of using their mobile phones in the bathroom is 8%, as was presented yesterday. The global average is what, 20, 30%? So we're a little bit behind. Okay. During shopping, no, we always maximize social media, social networking when we shop. No? We follow retailers, we follow stores, we follow our friends, we follow influential bloggers in fashion to get the scoop on deals and products. And when you shop, you take your entire network with you. Before, what we do when you shop, for example, when you travel and you want to buy something for your kid, send them an MMS or do a video call with them. Now you can just post it on their wall. Do you like this? Is this something that you like? Or if you were trying on a clothing item, is this something that fits me really well? Okay? Because we know our friends more now because of social networking. We get a deeper understanding of who they are. We can now buy exactly the right gift every time, right? And you can use exclusive deals and freebies, no? The likes of Foursquare, for example. You check in to the mall, and you check into the store. You present a badge, then you get a special deal with them. And finally, I think the fifth bullet is really important. Yeah. You can now expect better customer service and quicker responses. Why? Because in this world of social networking and mobile social networking, one wrong move by a service attendee, by a waiter, for example, can prompt you to put negative comments, right, on that particular brand. So brands are now more careful, no, in terms of dealing with their customers. There was in a year ago, most probably, when we talk about Web 2.0, Web 2.0 revolves around social networking, and that's where we are now. But what they're saying, what the experts are saying, that Web 3.0 is different. Mobile will now be at the center of everything, of all connected devices. Okay? You have mobile at the center of everything, and everything will be connected to mobile. Right? You have your computers, you have your smart TV, as presented earlier. And then after that, this is where all the applications, all the sites, all the social networking goes. It's interesting. As I've said earlier, Facebook has had a difficulty in realizing mobile revenues. But there were even talks that will Facebook be an MVNO, a virtual network operator? Will Facebook move into the mobile space, right? But looking at this video that they have actually launched this in several states. It's called Gifts, no? Facebook Gifts.
Every day, people use Facebook to connect with their friends.
Sorry, I can't.
Whether it's to say, happy birthday, congratulations, or simply, I'm thinking of you. Now there's an even more meaningful way to celebrate these special moments. With Gifts, you can now buy, give, and ship a real gift to your friend directly on Facebook within just a few minutes. Giving a gift is easy. You can give a gift from the birthday reminder on your newsfeed, or just go to a friend's timeline and look for the Gifts tab. Here's how it works. First, choose something special from a variety of gifts. Then, decide if you'd like to keep it private or share it with friends. You can pay now or pay later after your gift's been accepted. We'll notify your friend immediately, and they can read your card and preview your gift wherever they are. Your friend will tell us where they want your gift delivered, and it will ship within a few days. Visit facebook.com/gifts to learn more.
Social mobile commerce. That's it. Right? They're maximizing the biggest social network in the world, Facebook, and introducing purchases, introducing mobile commerce within their site. Right? So, I mean, if you read around the blogs, the articles, they were saying, hey, Facebook's finally getting it. They will now realize mobile commerce revenues with it. Okay? I was not sure if the video, because that was online, if the video would play. So this is just a repetition of that one. This one. I don't think we've been exposed to this one yet in the Philippines. It's still on the US IP. You know, eBay. This is what eBay looks like now. So now when you think about it, oh, is this Pinterest or is this eBay? This is the presentation of eBay right now. And basically what they're saying, what eBay is saying, it's more convenient. It's more convenient for the consumers to outright see the products that they sell, as compared to before. It was more of an e-commerce site. It was more of a search site for them. But here, matching it with your profile and everything, they present all their products right in front of you. And in mobile, I just don't have a copy here. It's almost the same as Pinterest, right? One image per slide. So this is where eBay's headed now, no? And there's a lot of influencing happening when you shop through social media, no? Surprisingly, when I was researching, Pinterest actually comes up on the top, where an average of 9.3 retailers, no, are being, Pinterest users follow an average of 9.3 retailers. So nine stores, an average person follows 9 stores. Right? Twitter, on the other hand, 8 retailers. Facebook, close to 7. So it's interesting that Pinterest leads in this category because they are very visual. Right? The product is presented to you as it is. Nearly 2 in 5 online consumers follow retailers on 1 or more social networking sites. Right? This is data that we got from the social mobile commerce study of Comscore. But why? Why do you want to follow retailers? 51% of people seek information on deals and coupons. As I've said, we're all deal hunters. We go back to the first video. Everybody's a deal hunter. 43% seek product information. 36% would like to read comments or reviews about the products. And 34% seek information on events. This was a Buddy Media study. But then again, from e-commerce to m-commerce, it's taking the shopping mobile. Mobile, as the Google video mentioned earlier, is the new shopping companion, right? From the likes of eBay, Amazon, and the other shopping sites, and the gifts. This is how gifts look like on mobile for Facebook. You know, they've brought everything to mobile now. No? Mobile marketing, as we knew it, starts with profiling and targeting. Then we advertise. And if ever we do promotions and contests, we gain consumer insights from our advertising. We encourage customer interaction. And then we measure the campaigns, and it goes around. What's missing here? Purchase here, particularly in the Philippines, is still outside the loop. It's still outside the circle. Purchase is still outside. When you want to do, at least for majority of the consumers, when you want to do a purchase, for example, in Sulit, you just have to trust the retailer. You deposit to their account, right? Or when you find something, an advertising, you have to go, you're led to a particular site to shop. So I believe social and mobile commerce will actually close the loop and give the retailers and the brands a complete loop in terms of promoting their product, promoting their brand, and actually completing the purchase in one process. What do our consumers want? Our consumers want the simplest form, really. The simplest form of being able to purchase a product. So the pot of gold is when we are able to close that particular loop. And then now it becomes a complete mobile marketing campaign. But the local challenge really is, okay, there are 7.3 million credit cards out in the market. But only around 4 million of them, when deduplicated, are for individual people. And that out of that 4 million, it represents the top 10% of the income bracket of the Philippines. But not all of them shop online. There's a trust issue. It's most probably a local culture, right? That not everybody uses their card or exposes their cards online. But then again, we still go back to the fact, that the Philippines is still primarily an unbanked market. Unbanked market, walang bank accounts. Walang bank accounts, walang credit card, right? So the operators should play a big role, right? The penetration, the mobile penetration is really high here. I think we're already close to 100%. The population of the Philippines is 103 million, and most probably mobile penetration is what? 90-95%, right? So kahit walang credit card, even if if majority of the people don't have credit cards, they have their mobile phones. So it is critical for the operators to play a bigger role in terms of completing that particular loop. Okay? There's a need for a single wallet, right? Okay. Globe and Smart, they have these, Smart Money and GCash. But again, not everyone is on it. Not all of the subscribers are on it. Not everyone are aware of how to use it. We've heard of it. Some people have heard of it, but they're not using it. But this can be the link to close the loop in terms of having the mass base be able to shop online or to shop on mobile. But that's not just it, right? There are several other solutions that will come out in the market, specifically on operator billing. Now, if we are able already to use and make the operator billing our currency for shopping, then I think that is already the final solution to completing that particular loop. E-commerce by the numbers. Okay? The US market data shows that by 2015, 192 million online shopping, there will be 192 million online shopping consumers with an average spend of $1,700, right? 327 billion total online spend, 31 from mobile, 15 from social commerce. So social commerce really is a growing industry. Let's look at the market data for Asia Pacific. Okay, 43% of people in APAC are willing to make transactions on their mobile phone. Take note, willing. This is from a research. 43% are willing to make transactions on their mobile phone. You know what? In mobile marketing, we've been doing this for quite some time. The question before when you go to mobile marketing conferences as audiences is, why? Why will we get into mobile marketing? I think we have transformed that through the conferences, specifically that IMAP and the MMA has been doing, to how. I guess the people here now are really more concerned on how. How will we implement? Or more importantly, how will we get approval from our bosses? Right? But then again, 43% of people in APAC are willing. Diba? They are willing to make transactions, but it's not the actual number of those doing mobile commerce. Countries in Asia Pacific account to 31% of the e-commerce revenues. Of course, just by the sheer number of people. You take into account China, take into account India, the Middle East as well, big populations. 31% comes from Asia. 60% of users in APAC use social media to informed purchase decisions. And 28% of internet users in Asia Pacific would buy a brand because a friend likes it. Right? Because we are influenced because of social networks. We are influenced of the decisions of others. We are influenced by the opinions of others. Hey, guess what? You are opinion leaders as well. You influence the opinions of the others as well. So in summary, most brands measure the success of mobile marketing campaigns in terms of what? Sales generated. Yeah, sure, there are brand building activities. But at the end of the day, the ROI that most are looking for are actual sales. Kala ko telepono. Some lead consumers into their stores to complete the sale. Right? Some mobile marketing campaigns leads you to the actual store to complete the sale, as our friend from SM was presenting yesterday. But more and more consumers have the need to close the transaction at the moment that they were hot about the product. Diba? Because if you lead them to the store, okay, I get an ad, wow, this is such a nice product. But then again, as time goes by that you're not able to go to the store, your interest goes down. Right? So it's at that spur of the moment where you can get to transact and to purchase that particular product, closes the loop, and hence closes the entire mobile marketing loop. It is critical to close the loop in sales generating mobile marketing by enabling immediate purchase. That's it. Maraming salamat. Thank you.
Thanks, Jojit. But if you can sit down, please, for a few minutes. I'd just like to have everybody with a BlackBerry check if their BlackBerry is with you, because we do have a BlackBerry that is unclaimed, not stolen, but found somewhere. And if you don't claim it within the day, we will maybe raffle it off at the end of the night. Pero BB10's coming out na in January, so medyo ano na to. Anong BlackBerry ba to? Please check if your BlackBerries are with you. I will keep it over here while I go over to Jojit. But may I please ask anybody who'd like to ask Jojit any questions to take any of the microphones? It's your chance. Maybe we'll keep it to 3 questions if we can.
Very good. Let's go.
No, you're not done yet. Ames, you have a question? No? Anybody for Jojit? Well, he did say a lot of interesting points and it was a lot to take in. Pero parang all of the questions I wrote down, you answered again. Diba?
Let's sit down.
Because it was pretty comprehensive, actually. So if you don't have any questions, or did I see someone raise your hand? No? Okay, well, let me try and ask you a few questions. Okay, well, we were talking about how 1 million people are online in the Philippines. We already have all of these new sites like Zalora and Lazada ba? Lazada is the new one. How far away are we in terms of, obviously, a lot of us are still, I myself, I don't like shopping online because I don't like giving out my credit card. Who hasn't shopped online ever? Ever. So all of us are online shoppers here. You are all part of the 1 million statistic. Talaga? And any credit cards ever got compromised, ever? Never? Wow. So it's not bad pala. So how far away are we in terms of catching up? Because in the States, it'll be close to $1 trillion that they'll be spending online next year.
Yeah. Well, it's a growing industry. I mean, again, as mentioned earlier, it goes back to the fact. Maybe the trust issue in credit cards is something else, but it goes down to the fact that we are still an unbanked market. There are not much credit cards out there. So we will probably reach a point where social shopping or online shopping will grow if ever there's a new currency that is being offered to the consumers for them to complete a purchase.
Anong klaseng currency yon?
Mag-imbento tayo.
Tara, mag-imbento tayo.
No. What I'm saying is there are no credit cards, right? There are no credit cards out in the market. If we are able to create something where the consumers can conveniently pay for goods that they shop for online. One example, as I've mentioned earlier, is if we are able to tap operator billing in terms of using your load as your currency to buy stuff, then it's now a single wallet for you.
I think one of the local mobiles are doing that at this point. Are they trying it?
Yeah, I would think some are experimenting on it now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then in terms of all of our new commerce sites, how do you find that there? Because Zalora is maybe 2 to 3 years old, 2 years old, and Lazada is quite new. How are they functioning in terms of? Because obviously, for me, it would be easier for me to say, okay, at least I'm buying from within the Philippines. Wouldn't that make people wanna at least try to purchase online?
Should be, but then again, it still caters to a very niche market. It's a small market. For example, the other site that's going to be launched, Permada, I would think caters to premium brands, right? And when we say premium brands, then
this is all fashion related.
It's all fashion related.
Oo.
I have seen some, no, on the. I mean, who's that girl? Have you guys bought a gadget from Kim's store?
Sino si Kim Store? Who's bought from Kim Store?
Siya may pinakamurang iPhone.
Really? How much was the iPhone?
Well, I don't know.
iPhone 5?
This is the first time I'm buying a phone for myself after 7 years, so I'm still looking around.
Lenovo. Why didn't you make him win? Asa na si John?
But then, well, anyway, going back to Kim Star, she's quite popular in terms of the local community in finding good deals. But then again, it's on a classified site, right? She delivers to you, but it's like it's kaliwa, and you pay her or you deposit to her bank account. So it's still not exactly your perfect model of e-commerce, m-commerce, where everything happens inside.
Okay, well, I guess final words to those out there who are obviously in the social networks and in the mobile industry that still has a ways to go in terms of getting people to get online and buy.
Well, you know, it's still an evolving business locally. People have been trying it out. I know it's a mature business in the Western world. So it's still an evolving business here. But then again, I would think similar to mobile marketing, if there are brands or retailers here, I think it's really worth looking into it, because at the end of the day, this is the future of how shopping will be. I think we have a question there from a lady for you.
Yay, we have a question, not for me, right?
For you.
For Jojit.
I'm the moderator.
Oh, sige na.
Hi, my name is Pebbles Duque. I'm from Carbon Digital. I'd like to ask a question. How is it that how are you protecting the purchase that the person really, when the time comes when the person purchases the product and nakuha na niya in person, siya talaga yun? Because recently, I myself, I don't really go online shopping. But for some reason, in my bill, credit card bill, it reflected that I purchased something that I didn't.
There you go. So your question earlier.
I was asking kanina, hindi ka nag-raise ng kamay eh.
Sorry.
No, I'm just kidding, Jojit.
So then I asked, don't you have any validation of the person who got that credit card or my number? Because, you know, I didn't even have any. I'm really scared of going online. So, how can you assure us, people like me, na when I go online, my credit card or my information is being
It's not compromised.
it's not compromised.
Well, number one, you go to the more credible sites, right? You go to the likes of Amazon and the likes, and for some sites that you trust as well. Because those sites are highly secured, and they secure your information. Now, in terms of how the information has been leaked out, it may not be even be online. It may be on a physical purchase that you made. Because when you shop online, you give the details, right? You give your credit card, the expiration, the security code at the back, and then your address, and it verifies. No, so there might have been a leak somewhere. But I would think the bigger sites really are pretty secure in terms of protecting the identities of the consumer. The leak, I believe, would, as I interpret it, might have come from somewhere else. If it were a credible site, it depends on where.
Are you going to buy online again?
The thing is, I didn't buy online.
Or are you planning to try?
Well, I was when if I'm going to book my tickets for airlines.
Travel is really one of the more popular
but
things
then,
online.
Yun nga, now a person like me who doesn't really do online shopping has been victimized, or like parang someone who's scared of doing online shopping is bigla na lang nagkaroon ako ng bill na may kinuha akong purchase. Yun nga, yung question ko is that if the person who used my credit card purchased it in the site, got it na on hand, isn't there a verification supposedly on that person? I guess does the responsibility fall on the site itself to track down these people? Yes, that was your question.
Yep. I would think so. No, I don't operate any e-commerce sites, but my personal opinion there is, there's a responsibility by the, because once it's completed and you're billed, I would think the retailer or the airline is also being paid, no, for that particular purchase. So there's both a responsibility on the owner of the site and the credit card provider to credit you back with the fraudulent transaction. But in terms of security, there are several third-party security providers. When you go to an e-commerce site, you see stamps such as VeriSign and stuff like those, right? That verifies that this third-party provider tells us that this is a secure site.
Because technically, it can also happen when you're shopping in a regular store, right? So hopefully it doesn't happen to you again next time. Okay, we have 2 questions. Yes, who was first? Okay, sir, go ahead.
Thank you. Frank Schroep with People for You. Question is, in the U.S., it's so easy to get an insured debit card when you open up a checking account, Visa, MasterCard, and now recently American Express. How do you feel that the Philippine e-commerce has been do you feel that the Philippine e-commerce has been really held back with banks really not issuing these? I mean, you're starting to see it now with Union Bank, I believe, offering Visa, and BDO offering MasterCard, I believe. So going back, like I said, do you really feel like the Philippines is being held back because banks are not really issuing these type of insured debit cards?
Should be. As you've said, in the U.S., you go to any store, you go to Best Buy or whatever, if you can find a rack for those cash cards, right? Definitely, if those are offered here, it can go, the e-commerce business can grow exponentially.
No, I mean, it's not even prepaid cards. I'm talking about you open up any checking account, and you automatically get a card that says Visa, MasterCard, or American Express.
Okay.
So and that's been like for over a decade. So for me, without even having any credit, I can make an e-commerce.
Yes.
So, I mean, if the Philippines starts doing that, will you see an explosion? I guess would be a follow-up.
Well, it may affect the e-commerce industry, but then again, at the end of the day, I just don't have the statistics. It still boils down to people not having bank accounts here, right? Majority of the people not having bank accounts. So it will still boil down to that, even if they they create a huge penetration in terms of offering those cards. Right?
Okay, thank you very much. And the lady who was going to ask a question? Oh, it was the same question? Wow, okay. Dapat mag-date kayo.
Norlene, dami ng tanong. Ha?
Oh, last question. Okay na si Jojit kasi yesterday I think you were the moderator, right? Pagod na siya, pagod na. So
No, I
let's
just
give him a
pitched
rest.
Hi, good afternoon. Do you see F-commerce blooming here in the Philippines in the coming years? Kasi we've seen a lot of e-commerce sites like Zalora, those group buying sites. How about F-commerce? Do you see it blooming here? Especially with Facebook service and products like gifts and offers, which could be would complement well when done correctly inside of Facebook.
It should. I mean, it should work. No, it all depends again on the goods and products that are being offered there, and of course on how the people accept it. But at the end of the day, it still goes back to how the people will pay for it, how the people will transact online. That's still a very huge dependency.
Okay, I think we can let Jojit go now. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Jojit Alcazar.